Imagine a world where magic isn't just for wizards and towers, it's for farmers in the fields. You are a battle-hardened maid who has seen the horrors of war, only to find yourself retired to a quiet life of tilling soil and raising crops. But peace is fragile, and the monsters lurking in the wilds don't care about your retirement plans. Welcome to Domestication, the first cozy yet crunchy installment in Seth Ring's Battle Mage Farmer series. If you love farming simulator tropes mixed with high-stakes combat, resource management, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated joy of watching a protagonist build a sanctuary using both spellcraft and sweat equity, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in progression fantasy, blending the visceral satisfaction of a harvest with the addictive dopamine hit of leveling up. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist settling into their new homestead, only to realize that the land itself is alive with magical energy and danger. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of turned earth and ozone, the hum of protective wards, and the creeping dread of knowing that every night brings new threats from the wilderness. Ring excels at making the progression feel incredibly grounded and rewarding, turning every planted seed, every fortified fence, and every crafted tool into a massive, hard-earned step towards securing a foothold in this new reality. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular combat farmer trope and the brilliant resource optimization dynamic. This isn't just about casting fireballs. It's about managing mana reserves for irrigation, breeding magical livestock, and using modern agricultural logic to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy tactics, craft overpowered gear from monster drops, and completely shock arrogant adventurers with their sudden, inexplicable mastery of agronomy is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the farming and combat to life, making the crunch of boots on gravel, the sharp crack of a spell, and the satisfied sigh of a job well done feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular logistics and the fantasy mechanics, the soul of Battle Mage Farmer lies in its characters and the heavy burden of adaptation. The protagonist isn't just a genius maid. They are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of leaving violence behind while still needing it to survive. He quickly forms bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of locals, magical beasts, and fellow travelers who help him navigate the treacherous waters of rural politics. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as his friends watch him casually explain crop rotation to a bewildered goblin. Their unbreakable trust in him provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major monster incursion or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, he completely shatters the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into mere fertilizer for his next harvest. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who controls the food supply. Domestication is a triumph of the LitRP and farming simulation genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Seth Ring has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a hoe and a spellbook. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the farmer. The land is wild, but his future is bright.